and welcome to today's class. Today is going to be a quick class, but it's going to be just a couple poses that we're going to stay in for maybe like 2 minutes each one so that we can settle in and really just listen to our heart. So we want to tune in. There's crazy times all around us right now. I don't even know where the year has gone. But one thing is for sure is that you can't escape your heart. So you might as well pay it some attention and listen to what it has to say. So we're just going to take a couple minutes to do that. So grab some blocks. You're definitely going to need some blocks or anything you can use in its place. Possibly a rolled up blanket. You actually might even, if you have a yoga mat, you can roll that up, and I'll show you. You can even use the mat. But grab your props and meet me on the mat. I'll see you there. Okay guys, so our first pose is going to be puppy pose. And once we get into the pose, I'm probably gonna go quiet. We're gonna hold a couple poses, really just like 2 poses for 2 minutes each. So once we get in the pose, I'm gonna get quiet. So just know that the video is still going on. I'm just gonna get quiet. And that's so that you can start to focus in on you. Focus on your breath, your inhales and exhales. Take that inward journey. Take some time alone with yourself on your mat and in that pose. Okay, so let's get started. You're gonna come up to tabletop. And then you're gonna walk your hands forward and lower down to the forearms. And then maybe you'll just stay here. And if you have props, you can put a block right here for your forehead. Otherwise, you can take the forehead all the way down to the mat. And we're gonna start inhales and exhales through the nose. And just start focusing on your breath. Allowing the stretch to be noticed in maybe the armpits, the shoulders, and maybe in the front of the chest. And notice where your thoughts go to as you get still and as things get quiet. Do you have a default thought process? Do you have a default narrative that you go to? And just tune inward. Notice what's going on all around you. Notice what's showing up. And allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. Just remember to take slow, steady, and controlled inhales and exhales that are both through the nose. And give it one more inhale. And we'll slowly start to lift your forehead and roll forward, coming into Sphinx pose. So you're gonna roll onto your belly. And just adjust the arms so that the elbows are directly underneath your shoulders and the forearms are parallel to one another. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, fronts of your thighs. And then press into the forearms and almost draw the forearms, the elbows back towards your hips as you draw your chest forward. Draw the the shoulders away from the ears. And just breathe, feeling a stretch and feel an opening through the front of the chest. So you almost want to work on equally distributing throughout the spine, the back bend here. So it's not completely being kind of collapsed in your lower lumbar, but it's nice and even throughout your spine. Just a couple more breaths here. Give it one more inhale. And exhale, we'll walk the hands back. Lift up into tabletop and roll all the way through into a child's pose. So let the big toes touch behind you, take the knees wide, sit back on your heels. And just for a couple breaths, we're gonna lower down into a nice, just a soft child's pose. So there's no reaching the arms forward too hard. Just let the arms rest and take a couple gentle breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back up. We'll crisscross the ankles and sit back behind our feet. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Any way you wanna sit cross-legged, and if sitting cross-legged is difficult for you, you can sit up on a block. So anytime you can get your hips up a little bit higher